The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming in early and, of course, being very on time today for this session of a live webinar. So, my name is Ethan, right, and I'm the education lead here in IG Singapore office. And today we'll be going through a very introductory session on the IG trading platform. Okay, so of course, if you all are new to IG or you all are trading, if you guys are trading with any other brokers, right, and keen to learn a bit more on how to navigate around the IG trading platform, then this session will be useful for you. And of course, I just want to make it a little bit more interactive. So if you have any questions along the way as I'm sharing with you on some of the tools and the features, right, just feel free to type in the question box, okay? So anyway, understand right now it's 7 o'clock, so we're going to start right on time. And of course, if you are having your dinner right now, just feel free to continue eating, grab a drink and just tune in to today's session. Okay, so first things first, right? Before I start, right, I just wanted to highlight again that be it you're joining me today from your PC, your laptop, or on your mobile device, right? Within this GoToWebinar online webinar hosting platform, there is this question section, okay? So you'll be able to see that be it you're using laptop or mobile, there is this question panel that you're able to type in your question. You can just type them and send them in because no one else can see your question also. So I believe that there are actually no stupid questions. So I rather you ask me any burning questions that you have, and I will answer them with my best abilities. Than afraid that people may take a look at your questions and may judge you. So don't worry about that. All these questions that you ask are anonymous, and nobody can see them other than myself. Okay, so I urge you to locate this question panel right now. And if you can actually hear me right, can I just urge you to type in a yes in this question panel? Okay, just let me take a look at the question. All right, so if you can hear me right now, can I just urge you to type in a yes in the question box? Okay, so I know that the audio side of things is working fine. Okay, I see a few yeses coming in. Thank you, Ken. Thanks, Raj. Thanks, Daniel. Okay, so I assume that the audio is working fine. Yeah? All right, so we move on to the seminar proper. And just for a very quick introduction about myself, again, my name is Ethan. That's my email over there. So if you have any burning questions, also just feel free to email me lah. Okay, anything related to the brokerage side of things. And for me, right, some quick background on myself is that I used to be in another local brokerage known as Philip Futures. So I've always been in the brokerage industry, I think for the last 5 to 7 years already in the brokerage industry. So primarily what I do last time is that I'm account manager lah. So I always service the clients on their trading related inquiries. If they have things happening on their trading account, margin calls and things like that, then they will look for me. And of course, I'm also a bit more involved in the business development side of things, working with the exchanges and things like that. Okay, so over here I'm IG right now, I'm looking more into the educational portfolio. So I'm talking to a lot of all those private and professional traders, trying to get them to get some of the time slot for them to share their trading strategies with both our clients and prospects. All right. And just before I kickstart, I just want to do a very quick disclaimer that whatever I share today, right, is definitely not intended for any investment or trading advice. So if I happen to place any trades today on this platform walkthrough, please just take them, do not take it as investment or trading advice. You have to do your own due diligence before you place any trades as well. Okay, so just treat this webinar as a purely as an educational session and not so much as a advisory or trading advisory kind of a session. Okay, so just let me change my screen to the trading platform. Just give me 1 second. Just let me switch my screen over to this monitor over here. Okay, so if you look at my eyes, right, if I'm not looking at here or I'm looking everywhere, it's because I'm looking at the question box as well. So again, if you have any burning questions as I'm going along today's session, right, just feel free to type them in the question box, because time and time again, I will just look at whatever questions you all have and I'll answer along the way. Okay, so for today, right, I'm going to just go through on the platform on the web browser, which is our IG's own web-based trading platform. We have a mobile app that I won't go through the mobile app. Okay, because I think a lot of traders, if you are getting into more serious trading and you are doing trade execution or trade planning, then usually most of the time you will do it on the desktop. Mobile is just on the go. If you want to monitor a bit of your positions, you want to close your trades on the go. Usually, that's what you can do on the mobile. But if you're thinking to draw lines, add indicators, do some analysis on the mobile, it's not that you can't, but I feel that the PC or desktop will definitely be a better place to do so. Okay, so for today, right, just a very quick walkthrough. So to get into our trading platform, if you're new, right, just search for ig.com. Okay, just type that into your web browser. It will relocate you to the /SG page if you are in Singapore like myself. And of course, if you are from other regions, right? So let's say if you are currently residing in UK and you're tuning into this webinar, it will relocate you to the IG UK website. All right, so just type it to ig.com and naturally it will relocate you. And to log in, right, just click on this login button at the top right hand of the trading platform. Okay, so log into your trading account. It can be a demo account, live account. Just enter the credentials and log in. And I think one of the very common questions for new users is that they want to know how to fund the account and how to withdraw. Okay, so once we log in to the trading platform, right, this is still not where you execute the trades yet. This particular page is what we call My IG. Okay, so My IG is this administrative portal whereby you can, at a glance, right, on the dashboard, have a look at all your account overview. So you can have more than one trading account. You can open multiple sub accounts. You can open it in multiple different currencies. You can even open different account types. Like I have a MT4 demo here as well. Okay, so those are third-party platforms that we provide, which I won't go through today. So if you are keen to learn about MT4, our webinars in January is actually very focused on MT4. So if you are keen, just keep a lookout for our upcoming emails invites on the MT4 session where we talk more about trading automation and how you can use MT4 to automate your things, automate your trades based on your rules. And of course, we have invited professional trader Bini Ong as well for January to share her trading strategy and how she do it on MT4. Okay, but today on our IG trading platform, this is mainly the dashboard. So at a quick glance, right, you notice that you can take a look at your live trading account. If you have multiple live accounts, it's all shown over here. If you have demo accounts, then they'll be shown under this demo accounts tab. Okay, showing how much fund you have, what is the available balance, which is your excess buying power that you can withdraw out or execute more trades. Of course, currently there's no trade, so you notice that the margin is 0. But as we place some trades, you'll notice that this margin will increase. And then there is this live P&L as well. Okay, so to fund your trading account, just go into this live accounts tab. Okay, so if you click on this, you notice that on the left hand panel over here at the menu, you notice that there is this deposit funds. So just click on that. And over here, right, you notice that there are various ways for you to deposit funds. So number one is you can use card, okay, debit card, credit card, it doesn't matter. But one thing is that you need to take note is that there is a bank fee of 2%. Okay, so 2% means that if you're funding $10,000 into the trading account, the bank will charge a fee, which is 2% of 10,000. Okay, so you notice that maybe when you get back when you look at your account after you fund 10K, maybe you only see about 9,800. That's because the bank charges 2%. So I don't recommend you to use the card to fund because there are other methods that are free that the bank doesn't charge. So this is localized to Singapore. So let's say if you're joining me here today from other regions, right, you notice that this particular deposit fund page, right, it will show the every different IG officers, right, what is their individual office funding methods. So for the Singaporean accounts, right, you can actually fund by card, you can fund by PayNow. So what you need to do is that you need to take note of the UEN number, our PayNow UEN number, and you need to take note of the deposit reference. So deposit reference is your account number. This is because we receive a lot of funds every day. With the reference, it helps us to identify which account to credit to. Okay, the last method, of course, is our traditional bank transfer. So this is our account number. You don't have to memorize, just need to go to this page and everything is over here. And of course, again, when you're making a transfer, right? So for Singapore, we use fast transfer. You need to indicate your deposit reference as well. Okay, so without further ado, right, that is the funding methods. And okay, yeah, so for the withdrawal as well. So withdrawal is also the same under the live account tab. Go to withdraw funds. Currently, this demo account doesn't have any funds inside, so there's nothing. But of course, if you have real cash inside your live account, you notice that there is a withdrawal form, which is very straightforward. So what you need to indicate is how much money to withdraw out, what is the bank account you want to withdraw to, and things like that. Okay, so that's where you withdraw your funds over here. Okay, and to access the trading platform, right, you need to go back to this dashboard tab, and then you click on the blue button here, open platform. Okay, so today I'll be doing it on the demo account. So I will go to my demo account, I'll click on the open platform button, and it loads for a little bit, and you notice, okay, so this is the trading platform. Okay, just let me close all these charts. Okay, so if this is your first time coming in, right, you may have this default watch list, which is the popular markets over here, something like that. So if you're first time logging, you'll probably see something like that. But this popular markets watch list is something that we show you because this is what is what most of our clients are trading. So if you don't know what to trade, then these are some of the products that are more heavily traded, more volume. But of course, this is if this is not what you want, just close it. We can always customize our own watch list. All right, we shall go through how to do it later. Okay, I see some questions coming already. Just give me 1 second. Can you say a few words about how to use a demo account? Yeah, so Alexandra, so I'm going through the whole demo account walkthrough. So if you have a demo account, just feel free to log in and join me as you are tuning in. Okay. All right, so once we log into the trading platform, right, you notice that if I close all the small windows, right, this is what we call a workspace. Okay, so you can think about this workspace as a blank piece of canvas, like a blank piece of paper, and then you can actually add what you want to see, be it the watch list, the chart, your open positions, and things like that. You can add them in, which I will go through very shortly. And on the left-hand side of this platform, right, you notice that this is the menu, okay? And on the top left, you notice that the first one is the search. Okay, so for search, you can look for any markets that you want to trade. So let's say you want to trade Tesla, just type in Tesla. You notice that there is this Tesla all sessions. Okay, so all sessions meaning to say that this particular ticker covers pre and post market as well. Okay, so not just the regular trading hours, it includes the pre and post market. So not all shares that we offer have pre and post market, only for certain more popular shares. So let's say if you want to trade indices, the S&P 500 index, you can just type S&P, and you notice that we have the US 500, and the similar ones are the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, and things like that. Okay, so you can search the market that you want to trade over here, basically with this search button. But of course, we also categorize them into different asset classes over here. Okay, so the first category is indices, and indices is basically a basket of shares. Okay, I think more commonly when people are starting out to trade, they are always looking at the ETFs like VO and things like that. But of course, we offer the underlying, let's say the S&P 500 CFD index. So you can directly trade the S&P 500. You can also trade on the NASDAQ 100, the Dow Jones. Okay, but of course, some things that you may notice is that the terminology that we use over here. So if you look at indices, right, when I say S&P 500, over here in our platform, it shows as US 500 and not S&P 500. And when I say NASDAQ 100, it shows as US Tech 100. So the terminology could be a bit different. I think it's because of the copyright issues as well. We are a CFD provider. I think we cannot really use the underlying name. But if you are confused or if you're not sure what does US 500 stand for or what does Germany 40 stands for, you can actually drop us a call and then we can explain to you. But usually it's quite straightforward. If you are unsure of the ticker, right, so let's say the Wall Street, you know what is this particular index, Wall Street, you just click on the ticker. When you click on it, right, you notice that there is a chart popping out here. So when you click on the product here, right, indices first, right, you notice that is the different indices. If you click on the ticker, right, Wall Street, right, you notice that the chart pops out. And when this pops out, right, you notice that on the top right-hand corner of the chart, right, there is this information, info tab. If you click on it, there is a product code. Just click on the codes here, click on the plus. You notice that there is this code .dji. So what you can do is that you can just do a very quick Google, DJI, right, DJI market. Okay, so you just search something like DJI or something related to trading, DJI market, DJI trading. You notice that it will tell you that this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is the Dow Jones Index. Okay, so very similarly for all our products, right? If you go to the product, you will see a product code HSI. Okay, so HSI trading example. Hang Seng Index, okay, Hang Seng Index. So it's quite easy to find if you are just looking at the news code. But of course, if you cannot find anything, just feel free to drop us a call. Then we can actually share with you more. Okay, so the first one is the indices. Second one, of course, we offer currency trading, which is very popular, is forex trading. So in short, is foreign exchange. In short, is FX lah. So we offer a lot of pairs over 90, major, minor, exotics, and things like that. So many for you to speculate. We also offer a bit of the cryptocurrency, the more popular coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and things like that. So if you want to speculate using CFDs, this is an option for you with IG. We also offer shares trading. Okay, so shares is not just US and Singapore. We offer it from different regions, even the European shares as well. Okay, so one thing I want to highlight for shares trading is that if you are familiar with buying and holding and investing in shares, trading shares with IG is a little bit different, because for IG, what we are offering you is access to shares CFD. So CFD meaning to say that these shares are leveraged. So you don't need to put in the full amount to buy the share. You just need a portion, a small deposit to get a bigger exposure to trade. Okay, so this what it means for you is that you don't need as much capital, you need lesser money to buy the same amount of shares as you will need to, as compared to, let's say, if you are trading with a broker that offers you the physical shares. And of course, there are pros and cons to it. First thing is that with leverage, of course, your profits are amplified. So if you make, you make more. If you lose, you also lose more. Okay, so risk management is very important. And of course, the second thing you need to take note for leverage shares is that there is this overnight holding fees. Okay, so every day that you're holding the shares, there's actually a fee involved, because you're not paying in full. You're paying just a small deposit to get a larger exposure. Okay, so that being said, right, if you're new, right, you may think that then CFD shares could have a lot of downsides. But I think one thing that is very important is your intention. Okay, so if you're intending to do trading, meaning to say trading is when I say trading is more short term. Okay, if you're looking to do swing trade, you're looking to do scalping on certain very active shares. Example, Tesla is one of our most popular shares. If you're not looking to hold very long term, you're just looking to profit from very small movements. What you don't want is to lose that capital efficiency, where you have to put in a very huge chunk of money inside a brokerage account just to scalp maybe a few dollars of some shares. So an easier way for you to do it is to make use of leverage, so that you don't need that much capital, but you can actually get the same profit and loss that you would if you trade the same position size as buying the physical shares. Okay, and if you are doing this trade within the same trading day, so let's say when the market, let's say, open at 9:30, I enter the trade, I exit the trade by, let's say, 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. I don't even incur the overnight holding fees. Okay, so that's one way to look at it. Okay, if you are looking to trade, then possibly CFD shares could be more efficient than buying the physical shares. Okay. And of course, moving on, we have commodities as well. So of course, we have our energy, which is very popular, the crude oil. We also have the precious metals, our bullion products, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, base metals, and agricultural products, our soft commodities. We have bonds and rates as well. We have ETFs as well. Again, these are leveraged ETFs. We have options as well, and knockouts. Okay, so these two are subcategory of a CFD product that it includes also all these different asset classes. So this is a bit more technical, but we have some YouTube videos on our previous webinar whereby we share on knockouts and CFD options. So towards the end, I will also share with you the YouTube channel and where are the links where you can find some of these resources that you can watch on demand when you're free to learn more about options trading or knockouts trading. Okay, so over here, moving on top of this product list, right, we have the position. So this position is meaning to say if you have currently a live trade, then it will be shown over here what is the current profit and loss, what is the trade size and things like that. Of course, orders is very straightforward. If you enter an order that's not yet filled, then it will be showing over here. This is your trade history. This is your trading alerts, price alerts, indicators alerts, and things like that. We have news signals and economic calendar as well. Okay, so the first step to get into trading, right, using our trading platform, what you want to do is you want to create a customized watch list. Because why? Because if you look at the products over here, right, there's so many different products, right? But we don't want to monitor everything. And we also don't want to, every time we want to look at the price for, let's say, Tesla, right? We click on this button and then look over here. Then we want to look at what is the S&P 500 doing now. Then go to indices and find it over here. Okay. So what you want is to create a watch list that's customized and personalized to what we want to monitor. And to do that, right, just click on this watch list button on the left-hand corner. Click on it. Click on this button, create watch list. Okay, so that's step number 1. Okay, so let's say today is the 20th of December. So I'll just type 20 December, okay, as my watch list name. And then click away. And over here in the watch list, you notice that this is a new watch list that I have just created. But you notice that there is no market inside this watch list because we didn't add any product in yet. Okay, so to add markets and tickers inside this watch list that we just created, we can just go back to the product over here. So 2 ways to do it. The first way is you can search for the market that you want to trade. Example, Tesla. Okay, you can after you search for Tesla, you can right click on the ticker, hover over add to watch list, then click on the watch list name. So let's say 20th December is the one we just created. I click on it. But of course, if you don't want to search, right, you can also look at all this that's already categorized. So let's say if I click on indices, I may be interested in S&P 500. I right click, add to watch list, click on the watch list that we just created. Let's say we add in gold as well, commodities, right click, add to watch list, click on the watch list name. Okay, so after we add these 3 markets inside the watch list, right, just click away anywhere outside here, this blank space, just click it. Go back to the watch list, click on it. Click on 20th December. Okay, and then you notice that whatever we just right click add to watch list inside this 20th December, right, you notice that it's all here. Okay, so what we want to do next is we want to click on this button, add to workspace. Okay, so when we click on it, right, it becomes like a window here. Okay, so previously just now we noticed that by default there is this popular markets. Okay, so it's something like that. So this window, right, you can actually close it, you can expand it and things like that. So what I like, myself, personal preference is that I like my watch list to be on the left, on the top left, something like that. Okay, so you can actually adjust this window as well. Okay, so if you want to see more information, you can open. Usually what I want to see is just the buy and sell price. Okay, the bid and offer. And to access the chart, right, so let's say if I want to look at the US 500, the chart, just click on the ticker, click on the name US 500, click on it. You notice that the chart pops up over here. Okay, so again, this chart, right, you can actually expand it to something like that. If you don't want to see this information, right, just click on the info again. If you want to see, just click on the info. So this thing will pop in and out. So if you just want to look at the price action, you just want to look at the chart as a whole in this window, you can actually just click on this and just look at the chart in totality. And for me, right, I like to align these two together, something like that. And for the bottom part of the workspace, right, I like to add in positions. Okay, so I click on positions, add to workspace. I like to put it just below like that. Okay, so what this means is that whenever I place a trade, right, I can actually at the bottom of my workspace, I can see how is the trade doing, what is the live P&L. I always just want to have a feel of what's happening. Okay, so whatever trades I have here, it will be showing over here. Okay, but of course today I'm presenting using a laptop screen. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to expand this. So to expand all this, just click on this maximize icon. And it becomes in a tab form. So whatever we add to the workspace earlier, right, you notice that it's just like the Google Chrome. You can see in different tabs. So if you want to see your watch list, it has become a tab over here. You want to see the chart, it has become another tab. And if you want to get a bird's eye view on everything all at once, just click on these 2 boxes over here. It goes back to whatever configuration that we adjusted earlier. Okay, so it's nothing too difficult. All you need to do is to just play around a bit here and there. Okay, so next I want to move on to the chart and the trade execution. Okay, so over here I'm just expanding on the chart. So what you see here is the full chart. Okay, so the first thing I want to highlight is that whenever you are trading with IG, you need to take note that when you're trading indices, and indices is a very popular market, right? If you're trading indices, you want to take note of the contract size. Okay, what do I mean by contract size? If you look at the chart over here, on the top left-hand corner, you notice that there is this US 500 cash bracket $10. Okay, so what I want to do is we want to select the appropriate contract size. So we click on this drop down button. You notice that there is a $50, 250, 10, and SD1. Okay, so SD1 stands for Singapore dollar 1. Okay, so what it means is that currently the S&P 500 is trading at 4760 points to buy and 4759 points to sell. So if you select SD1, right, what it means is that 1 point of S&P 500 CFD contract is actually 1 Singapore dollar per point. So I repeat, 1 point is 1 Singapore dollar. If you click on the $10 sign, right, it means that 1 point is $10. And the dollar sign means it's US dollar. Okay, so this is very useful because I think we are the only broker here in Singapore that offers you to trade the S&P 500 CFD leverage in Singapore dollars. So by trading in Singapore dollar, it means that if you are Singaporean or if you are working or living here, residing here, right, you don't incur any conversion fees. Okay, because likely you may be funding your account in Singapore dollars, and then we offer you this contract that you are able to trade in Singapore dollars without any conversion fee. If you are trading the S&P 500 in US dollars, but you fund your trading account in Singapore dollars, then there will be some conversion fees. And to be honest, every broker has a markup on the conversion fee. So it's kind of like a trading cost to you. Okay, but one way to work around all these trading costs to reduce it is to just trade the Singapore dollars contract. Okay, so I'll select the SD1, which is 1 point is 1 Singapore dollar. Again, 10 is 10 US dollars, 50 is 50 US dollars, 250 is 1 point is 250 US dollars, which is a very big contract. So we start off small, we trade the SD1, which is 1 Singapore dollar per point. And what you see here is the chart. Okay, so for the chart, right, I won't go through too in depth on candlestick patterns and things like that. We'll cover that in other sessions. But for this chart, right, over here you can select basically what is the time frame. Okay, so on the top left over here, if you click on this, you can choose to view the price action for, let's say, a 1 minute chart. Okay, so every minute that passes, it will form one candle. Of course, you can look at other charts as well. There's the 5-minute chart. Okay, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours daily. You can even go to 10-second charts, 1 second. Okay, but you notice that every second is a lot of gaps. So it's quite, nobody trades on the 1 second chart. So today we'll just look at a very quick example on the daily chart. Okay, so this is how you adjust the time frame. If you want to zoom in and zoom out, right, what you need to do is to just scroll your mouse. Okay, so if I scroll down, right, you notice that the chart zooms out. So it gives me a bigger view and more historical price. If I want to zoom in, right, I just scroll up. Okay, scroll up. Okay, it zooms in. Okay, so just play around, zoom in and zoom out. You'll be able to learn how to do this in no time. And of course, over here we have the mid price. So it's just showing you that the price you show that you want to see on the platform. Do you want to see the selling price? Okay, which is this one, the bid price. You want to see the buy price, which is 4760, or if you want, you can just see the mid price. Okay, by default, it's on mid price. And of course, here is the time frame. You want to see 1 month of data. You want to see 1 day of data. Usually we don't use this because the easier way is to just scroll in and out. Okay, so you can ignore this one. This is the split chart function. Okay, so if you don't want to just look at one chart, you want to look at 2 different charts or even 4 different charts. And the reason why you want to look at multiple charts is because maybe you are looking to do some multiple time frame analysis. Meaning to say, example, you want to look at number 1, what is the longer term trend, maybe on a daily chart, on a 4-hour chart. But when you execute your trades, you may be looking to trade shorter term, let's say on the 5 minutes chart. Okay, so example, if you're trading 5 minutes, you'll be looking at the hourly time frame for a longer term trend indication. But when you're looking for entries, right, you may just be looking at the 5 minutes time frame for entry. So one way to do is that you can split the chart over here. Just click on this. You can split the charts to even 4 charts to look at different time frame. But the thing over here is that the different charts will only show the S&P 500. So you cannot say that I want this chart to be Tesla. I want this chart to be Hang Seng Index. I want this chart to be showing gold. To do that, there is another different way. But if you're using the split chart function, then it's just splitting within this US 500, S&P 500 market. Okay, so let's just be very clear on this firstly. Yeah? And let's say if you want to look at two different charts on the same screen, right? To do so, right, let me guide you right now. You just need to go back to the 20th December. Okay, go back to your watch list. Initially, when we open this chart, right, what we do is we click on it, right? We click on it and then the chart open. Okay, so right now we don't want to click on it. We want to do a very simple right click, open market in new window. Okay, so when I click on it, what this does is that it opens it as a separate window. If you have multiple monitors, you can drag this out as well. And if you want to see many different charts, right, what you can do is that let's say if I open the gold contract here, okay, I open the S&P in another window. Okay, so what you want to do is that you can tile them up to different spaces. So you just click on sorry, just let me go back to. Okay, so you click on this, you click on the other chart, and then you can lay them side by side. Okay, so my point is that if you want to look at markets, different markets side by side, right, then you will not be able to use the split chart function, because the split chart function is only for that particular market that we open the chart and then we split that market into different chart. But if you want to look at different market within the same screen, then we can use this open market in new window function and just tile them side by side. And of course, within this different market function, right, these two separate windows, right, you can also split them like that. Okay, so you can also do things like that if you want to. Okay, so the possibility is there as well. Okay, so I'll just close this right now and move back. Okay, so let me see one question we have from Go. Why is the buy price higher than the sell price? Okay, definitely the buy price will always be higher than the sell price. You will not be able to find a broker where you have the sell price higher than the buy price. Because what this means is that that means that they are showing you an error. Because if the sell price is higher, then I can just buy and sell immediately, right? If I buy and sell immediately, right, and the selling price is higher than the buying price, then nobody need to work already lah. Everybody just buy low and sell high lah. So the bid offer spread, definitely no matter what you trade, which broker you go to, the selling price will always be lower than the buying price, and the difference is what we call a spread lah. Okay, so this spread is a cost of trading to you. You'll never be able to find a broker that offers you a higher selling price than a buying price. Okay, because that's just an error. Okay, can you put two charts that compare two stock on the same chart? Okay, yeah, so we don't have that function. You cannot put two stocks on the same chart. But what you can do is that, again, you can do the multiple window. But let's say if you are looking to do two different prices on one chart, then that's not available for now. Okay, thanks for your questions anyway. Okay, so moving on to other tools. So other tools includes, of course, your indicators and your drawings. So what we have here are the shortcuts for indicator. If you click on this three bar, right, is the inbuilt indicators. If you click on this pencil, is drawing. Okay, so let's say if you want to do if you want to draw, so let's say over here, if you look at the daily time frame for the S&P 500. So what you want to do, maybe for a start, you may want to add in certain indicators. And very popular indicator is, of course, the moving average. So what I like to do is that I don't like to click here to add, because more intuitively, you just right click on the chart here, right click, hover over indicators, you can already see the whole list here. Okay, so let's say if I use I like to look at the exponential moving average. Okay, so if I click on it, right, you notice that the line plots over here. So the moving average lines plots into the chart. And to adjust the period for the moving average, right, all the indicator settings are on the bottom left-hand corner of the chart. So you need to click on this. Notice that you can actually set different periods, different colors you can choose, different thickness of the lines and things like that. So once you are done, just click on apply. Okay, of course, you want to draw certain lines, right? Example, you can just right click, drawings. You can draw, let's say, zones as well, draw rectangle, right? So let's say if you think that, okay, over here is a potential low, coincides with here. So this can potentially be a support zone. You want to draw trend lines, right click, draw drawings. You can draw a trend line as well. Okay, so you can just click, maybe example over here, you can touch, connect the highs, you can draw a trend line and things like that. Okay, so very straightforward. Just need to do a very simple right click on the chart, select indicators or drawings, choose whatever you want to draw, okay, and explore around. And to delete all this, right, just click on the line on your keyboard, click press delete, click on the box, delete. If you don't want the indicators, there is this X button over here on the bottom left-hand corner. Click on the X button. So what you see is the vanilla chart again, just the price. Okay, so that's that. Nothing too complex over here. Okay, so moving on, I want to explain also on the trade ticket over here on the right hand side. Okay, so if you don't see this particular box, the buy sell button, right, it means that this is not open up yet. So what you need to do is you need to click on the due button. Okay, so if you click on the due button, you notice that you'll be able to indicate the buy, the sell, what is the size you want to enter, what is your stop loss, and what is your take profit. Okay, so the due tab basically what it means is that it's a market order. Okay, so market order means that you don't have you're not waiting to queue to enter a buy. You don't have a specific buy price. You're looking to enter the trade immediately. So whatever the market is quoting right now, example is quoting 4760 to buy, 4759 to sell. So if you are looking to buy right now, right, this is the price you are buying into if you are using the due tab. So the benefit of using a due tab is that you don't have to wait. Immediately, if you want to buy right now, it will execute the trade for you. It's a market order. Okay. And the next thing under the due tab is, of course, the size. Size meaning to say what is the contract or what is the position size you're looking to enter. Okay. And to calculate, right, remember just now we selected this SD1. Okay. So SD1 means that one contract, it means that 1 point is 1 Singapore dollars. So if S&P right now is at 4759 to buy, okay, if I'm looking to go long, what is the exposure of one contract? Type in the, you can just type into the question box, okay? So if it's $1 per point, $1 per point right now, and S&P is quoting at 4759, what is your exposure if you are buying one contract? Okay, yeah, so I see some right, some wrong answers. Okay, so some answers is that if it is currently quoting at 4759 points, 1 point is $1, one contract is 4795 SGD. Okay, if we change this to $10, $10 per point. Right now, S&P is at 4759 points. One contract will be 4795 times $10. So that's 47,000 US dollars per contract. Okay, so just be very mindful of this. Okay, I'll go back to the SD1. So over here, you notice that if you choose SD1, one contract is 4,700, but over here, there is a minimum contract size. So let's say if I put 10, okay, so it means that 10 contracts minimum you need to trade, and every point it moves is 10 Singapore dollars. So right now, if I enter a buy at assuming 4760, okay, and it goes to 4770. So from 4760 to 4770, the difference is 10 points, okay? And if 1 point is $10, 10 point is $100, okay? So that's how we calculate the profit and loss. Okay, so over here, let's say if the view is to buy, okay, if you click on buy, of course, this is not a recommendation, so this is just an example. If you think that S&P 500 has room to go even higher, you're looking to buy 10 contracts, okay, so 10 contracts over here, if you click on buy 10 contracts, $10 per point, we will also show you what is the exposure. So the exposure is that you are currently exposed to about 47,598 Singapore dollars. And over here, these two fields, right, is the stop loss and take profit. So stop loss meaning to say that even before you enter the trade, right, you can tell the IG trading platform at what levels do you want to cut your loss. Okay, so if by chance you get the trade wrongly, okay, so your opinion, your view was incorrect, where do you want to cut your loss? Okay, and over here is that if you get it right, where do you want to close your trades in profit? Okay, so you can leave this blank and place the due as well. It will tell you that due confirm, enter buy 10 contract is this. So if I minimize this again to the bird's eye view, right, you notice that currently in my positions tab, it shows me that I have a position size of 10 contracts. What is my entry price, which is the opening? I entered a buy position plus 10. If you sell, it's minus 10. So I enter a buy position at, let's say, 4759. Currently, it is 4759.47. I enter at 0.57. So what the current profit and loss is 350. Okay, and of course, after you enter the trade, you want to add in a stop loss or take profit level. So let's say if I'm willing to cut my loss at 4700 points, I want to take my profit at 4800 points. I can also add that in. So by adding this in, what it means is that if these levels are reached, right, even without you logging into the platform, the IG platform will help you to close your trades accordingly to these levels. Okay, so that's how you can do it. Of course, if you want to close the trade immediately, even before this, right? Let's say I'm willing to take this 350 right now, this loss. I just click on this close button. I can even choose to do partial close. So let's say I just want to close 5 contracts. I can do it like that, and I can close the remaining another time. You want to close in full, also possible. Okay, but let's say right now, let me maximize this again. Okay, so let's say right now, if you want to enter a buy trade, okay, and one very useful function is that if you are looking into price action and technical analysis, right, you can actually click on this line. Okay, so you notice that when I click on the direction, right, there is this stop and limit line over here. So this is the entry price. If I click on this box over here, I click it, I drag it, it immediately fills up for me over here. Okay, so if I click on the box and drag up and drag down, right, you notice that it recognizes what I'm trying to do. So it tells me that this is my entry, and if my entry is a buy position, if I'm looking to buy here, the line below means that it's a loss, right? So if I'm looking to buy here and the price goes down, this is a stop loss level. But if I'm looking to buy here and the price goes up, this is a take profit level. So if I set these two levels over here, it automatically fills in for you this line. What is the number of points that's away your entry, and it also shows you over here what is the amount based on the contract size that you are entering. What is the amount that you can potentially lose, and what is the amount that you can potentially make if you get it right. Okay, so it's very useful, especially if you're looking to trade on the chart and you're not looking to just look at what is the level over here. You can just adjust these lines to certain support level, certain resistance level, or certain moving averages, or certain trend line and things like that. So what we always recommend and encourage our clients to do is that before you enter any trade, right, we don't want you to basically do it without any risk management. So it's very useful for you to just click and manage your risk over here. So from the get-go, right, you know that what is my risk to reward ratio. So example, if I have a smaller risk uh with a higher take profit level, right? It shows you here the risk is that I'm based on these two levels, I'm actually risking $577 for potentially $1,157. So this is kind of like a 1:2 risk reward ratio. Okay, so you can drag here to key in these levels automatically. And of course, if you switch it to the sell side, right, you notice that now your stop loss level is flipped with the take profit level. So the line above your entry, right, the platform recognizes that what you're trying to do is that this is right now a sell order, a sell trade. So any level above my entry price means that if I'm looking to sell, right, I want prices to go down. If prices go down, it means that I will make a profit, because to close the trade, to close my sell trade, right, I can buy it at a cheaper price. Okay, so the line below knows, the platform automatically recognizes that this is a take profit level, this is a stop loss level. It shows you that based on this entry price and these two levels, what is the amount that you can potentially lose and what is the amount that you can potentially profit. It shows you the risk to reward ratio in the middle over here. Okay, so that's how you can use it. And this is the market order. So you can just click on place view. And what we have now is that we have shorted the S&P 500. Of course, the levels that we keyed earlier, let me minimize this again, go back to the position. Whatever level that we keyed earlier, if you want to amend it right in the middle at any point of time, we can also amend. So let's say if your views change, okay, you think that this stop loss level is a bit too high, you want to make it lower, you can change it to, let's say, 4,800. And if you want to increase the take profit level or reduce it, you can also amend this. Okay, so you can always do the amendment even when you key in here. You can also still amend it after you place the trades. Okay, so just let me close this right now. Okay, yeah, $4 profit. Okay, so of course this is not you don't trade like that. That's just a spread. That's just luck, right? So you need to do your own analysis before that. But that's how you place a trade immediately. Okay, so let's say right now then, if you don't want to execute the trade immediately, you have a view. You only want to buy on dips. You know, you want to buy on retracement, or you want to sell on strength, or you want to trade breakouts. You have certain view that, you know, for whatever reason, right? Your view is that I'm not looking to enter right now. I'm looking to enter when prices reach a certain level. Okay, and to do that, you cannot use this due tab. You need to go into the second tab, which is the order tab. Okay, so in the order tab, you find that it's very similar looking to the first due tab. So the first thing you need to do is that you need to inform the platform, okay, what is the direction that you're looking to enter the order. Am I looking to buy? Am I looking to sell? Okay, so let's say if your view is that you're looking to buy when it dips to maybe a certain a previous low or something. So let's say if you click on buy, you can enter the contract size. So the additional field you need to put here is the price level. Okay, so previously there is no price level. Your price is the current market price. In the order tab, you can fill in the price level that you want to enter. So example, right now you find that S&P is at 4758. You think that it may go up even further, but you're not looking to buy right now. You're looking to buy on a retracement. So maybe example, if you want to buy when it retraces to this particular level, about 4,575, 47, 447. Sorry, this is 4575. 4575. Okay, let me just clear these lines. Okay. Okay, so you can tell the platform I'm looking to buy when it reaches maybe let's say over here, about this level. Okay, so it retraces here. If prices go down to this level, then it will execute this buy trade. So what I can do is that you can immediately place limit order, but you can even go one step further to already start managing your risk. So by going one step further, what I mean is that even before this trade is being executed, before the order is being filled, you can also click on this order line, right? You can click and drag it down. Okay, maybe you want to drag it below here. So what that means is that if this trade is filled, this buy or long trade is filled, if prices happen to reach 4525, which is this orange line, this is your stop loss level. Okay, so you will take the L, you will lose 490 over here. And of course, you can drag this up as well. So you can have a limit price also. So what this means is that this is your profit target. Okay, so right now this is the price is trading over here. What we are doing here is that we are looking to buy at 4575 when it dips a bit. And when the order is not even being filled, we can already tell the platform, if this happens to be filled, where are my exits? Okay, and exits doesn't mean that it is a loss or a profit. Exits means that you can immediately enter both inside. Okay, so you can actually key in where to take your profit and where to close out the trades and take the loss. Okay, so all this can be entered here already. Okay, so another way is that some traders, right, they like to trade breakouts. Okay, breakouts mean to say that they are not looking to buy now. Okay, you are looking to buy, let's say if it breaks the all-time high at let's say 4813. So this is a concept whereby the newer traders may not be as familiar. So sometimes we don't want to buy low, we want to buy high, because why? When it breaks out, it means that there could be potential momentum. So let's say if you're using other platform, right, you may find that you need to indicate the order type. Is this a limit order? Is this a stop order and things like that? But for our trading platform, you don't have to indicate the order type, because our platform will know exactly what you're trying to do. We'll put in the order type for you. You will recognize it automatically. So let's just say, for example, the all-time high is about 4815. And I think that if S&P 500 managed to break 4815, then I'm looking to buy. Okay. So what you want to do is that you click on the buy button. You click on the price level. Let's say we put it at 4820. So what it means is that any price below 4820, we will not be looking to enter this buy trade. Only when prices break above 4820, then the platform will execute a buy trade for me. And of course, immediately I can already, before this trade is being executed, I can already put in a stop loss and a take profit level. Okay, and you notice that over here, it immediately changes this to a stop order, because the buy price is higher than the current market price. So this is a buy stop order. If the buy price is lower than the current market price, this is a limit order. So you don't have to to remember if you're new, is this a limit order? Is this a stop order? Am I going to place a wrong entry? It's not so complicated with the IG platform. What you need to do is that you need to tell the platform your direction. You need to tell the platform the price that you're looking to execute, and we will immediately know what is the order type for you. Okay, so that is for the order. Okay, so let me see if there's any other questions. Okay, no questions for now, so I'll just move on. Okay, so for the stop loss, right, I want to highlight that we have certain stop loss types also. So this is what we call a traditional stop loss. Is a normal stop loss that is subjected to slippages. So let's say if the market happens to gap, okay, let me show you an example of a market gapping. Okay, I think if you look at gold daily chart, yeah. So you notice that for gold, right, sometimes there is a market gap over here. So let's say if you have a stop loss over here, right, then we will not be able to fill you over here because there are no prices over here. So that's the normal stop loss. Okay, but if you are looking to be a little bit more conservative and safer, right, you can actually use what we offer is a guaranteed stop. So meaning to say that regardless if there is a price or not, whatever price that you put in, IG will get you out no matter what happens. Okay, so even if there's a World War III tomorrow and the prices go haywire, go crazy, whatever price you put in, IG will honor that for you. But of course, this function is not free. You notice that if you use guaranteed stop, there is a premium here, stop premium. Okay, so if you look back at the S&P 500 example, if you change this to guaranteed stop, you notice that there is a fee involved of 0.6 points. Okay, so just be very mindful that if you're using guaranteed stop, it's not a free function. But in the event that the prices go haywire, which usually if you're trading indices, it doesn't really go haywire. There's usually no gaps because it's 24 hours as well. Then I would just recommend that the normal stop should be enough. Okay, so for our start, you can take a look at normal stops. And of course, if you are more advanced, you want to use things like trailing stop. We have that function also. So what trailing stop does is that this is your entry price, this is your stop loss level. Trailing stop means that if you are looking to buy and you get it right and the market keeps on going higher, this stop loss will also keep adjusting itself higher. So what happens is that instead of a stop loss being stagnant at this position, if the market goes higher, the stop loss also adjusts itself higher based on the step that you indicate here. So you can think of it as a staircase. Maybe you tell the platform, every 5 points or 10 points that the S&P increases up, right, I want my stop loss to increase by 5 points or so. So eventually, if you are doing a trend trading strategy, right, you hear a lot of traders, they say, maybe the take profit target, you leave it empty. But what you do is that you manage your risk using a trading stop. So if you get it wrong immediately, it touches the trading stop line, it exits your position, you take the loss. But if you get it right and the price keep going to your direction, the stop loss level moves up and eventually becomes a take profit level as well. Okay, so that's one way you can do it also using the trading stop. Okay, so the next step we have here is of course the alert tab. Okay, so alert tab is quite straightforward. You can tell the platform if the market that I'm monitoring reaches a certain price level or if there is a certain percentage change within a certain time frame, I want the platform to notify me, send me a push notification. Okay, so to receive the alert, you need to download the IG on the mobile app lah. Okay, so once all these alerts that you indicated to the platform is fulfilled, it will show you like a like a WhatsApp message, a pop up to tell you, okay, S&P 500. Let's say if I say the buy price at 4,005, watch the 5 minutes chart example. I set alert. So what happens here is that if you set this alert right over here, if you have a price alert, what happens here is that when S&P reaches 4,500 points, right, you will receive this push notification with the message that you indicated on your mobile. Okay, so that's how it works. Of course, if you're more advanced, you're looking for indicator alerts. Example, you're looking to trade certain crossovers. Example, the 50 moving average crossing above the 200 moving average and things like that. So if you're looking to trade using indicators, right, you can also add in an indicator alert over here. So if you add indicator, you can examples to say, let's say the moving average. If the 50 crosses the 200, okay, then I want this to send it to me. On what time frame? Okay, let's say if it crosses on the daily time frame. then I want this platform to notify me that this shorter term moving average has already crossed the longer term moving average. So that's one way you can use as well. Okay, and the info tab again is some basic information on the contract itself, the code. But one thing that is very useful here is the margin requirement. Because whatever we offer here is CFD, is leverage trading. So you may not be very familiar with the amount of deposit you need to place the trade. So one way to tell is that in the trade ticket over here, if you click on buy, you notice that there is a margin here as well. We show you based on this exposure of $47,000, you don't need 47,000 cash in the trading account. How much you need is actually shown over here, 1,566. Okay, so that's one way to know if you have enough money to even execute this trade. But of course, if let's say you are not familiar, you're not sure how to count, you can actually refer to over here, the information tab, click on the margin requirement. You notice that this is a 5% of the notional value. Okay, but of course this is not 5% because if you notice that if you are using stop loss, right, this amount is actually reduced. But if you don't have any stop loss level, right, the amount is 5%. So 5% of 47,000 is 2,300. Okay, so that's the 5%. But of course, if you want to reduce your capital even lower, you can add in your stop loss level, and we can also reduce the amount of margin or deposit you need to execute the trade. Okay, so that's something useful. And before we sorry, let me see the questions. How to edit an order once it is placed? Example, to change price or quantity. Okay, good question. So let's just do it right now. Okay, so if I go to the order, right, let's say if I have 20, price level to buy at 4,005. Okay, so let's say my stop loss, I put 100 points away, take profit 200 points away. Place limit order place. Okay, so to amend your order, right, you need to go to the orders tab over here. So again, on the left hand side of the IG trading platform, you notice that under the orders there is a 1. You click on this, you notice that this is the order that we just placed, and it has not been executed yet because the level is not reached yet. So to amend, right, you cannot amend the size. So the size is fixed. So let's say if you want to reduce the size, you need to delete the order and rekey in the size. But what you can amend is what is the entry price. So let's say if you want to buy at 4,005 earlier, you change your mind. Maybe you thought, okay, 4,006 is a level that you're okay to enter. Stop loss, take profit, adjustable also. Okay, so all this is under the order tab. Okay, so earlier we put 100 points away is where we want to cut our loss. 200 points is where we want to take our profit. Anything that we key in here, we can amend it after we place the order, except for the size. Okay, so let's say if you want to amend the size, you think that 20 contracts is too big, just delete it, place another order. Let's say place 10. Buy, place order. Sorry, okay, level 4,005, place limit order. Okay, so over here, you can change over here. Okay, so again, whatever you want to change your entry price, where to cut loss, where to take profit, even before the order is filled, you can do so. Even after the order is filled and it becomes a position, you will still be able to change your stop loss and take profit. Okay, so just let me show you. Okay, so initially it is an order over here. Okay, so this order, once it is filled, right, this order will be gone. And what happens is that it becomes a live position over here, the positions. Okay, so you notice that right now, once it's a live position, you will have a floating profit and loss. Again, when it's a live position, you can amend your stop loss and take profit levels. Okay, let me see how to use indicator alert. Yes, so indicator alert, firstly, you must be familiar with the indicators. You need to know what alert you're looking for. So example I show you is the moving average. Of course, there are other indicators that you can alerts you can set. Example, the Bollinger Bands. But of course, I won't go through in depth what are all these indicators and how to use them. We have other webinar recordings that go through all these indicator alerts. Okay, so you're familiar with indicators and you're not looking to see what is the price change alert or the percentage change. You want to look at indicators, then this is where you can add the indicator alerts. Okay, okay, so it's coming close to it, but I have more things to share with you. So just bear with me for maybe about 10 minutes more. So one thing I want to share with you, very useful, that not all platform have this function embedded, is this signals. Okay, just let me close everything. Okay, so on the left hand side of the platform, you notice that over here is the different asset classes, right? Over here is the trade management, right? Your positions, your orders, your alerts, your history. Over here, notice that right below there's the signals. Okay, so if you click on the signals, you notice that for IG we have two signal providers. The first provider is PIA first, and we also have the other provider, Auto Chartis. So these signal providers, right, what they do is that these providers are constantly scanning the market for technical patterns. Okay, so once they recognize that there is some form of technical patterns forming in the chart, and these patterns can be formed in different time frames. It can be formed on a daily chart, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, hourly, 4 hour. But once they recognize that there's some form of pattern forming, they will actually show it over here. Okay, so if you look at, let's say, the US 500, there is this auto chartist provider, right? They say that there is a sell signal. If you click on it over here, you notice that what it shows here is that they have identified what is this. This is like a wedge, right? So there's this channel, this trading over here, this resistance and support level is trading within over here. The pattern is still in the process of forming. Bearish price action movement towards support level within the next day. Okay, so what they are telling you is that their signal here is that they are saying that it's a potential sell. Okay, so you can take a sell here, and they also provide you with exit levels. Okay, so where to cut the loss. So if you are selling here, where to cut your loss and where to take profit. Okay, so they show you very exact entry prices, very exact exit prices as well. So if you think that it makes sense for you, you can click on the copy to order. So if you click on this, right, what it does is that whatever idea, or whatever analysis that they have formed, it gets copied to the IG ticket. And if what you need to then do next is to then input the trade size that you're looking to enter based on their views. Okay, and if you are looking to trade products like, let's say, the index, right? Again, just take note that when you're using the signals, please change the contract size here again. Okay, so don't just blindly follow and click on one, because you notice that this is $250 per point. Is a very, very big contract. Okay, and you notice that the margin required is very high. So just change to, let's say, most typically for Singaporeans or for our Singapore account, we are always looking to trade the SD1 contract. So just change it to the appropriate one, copy to order, and you can just place the trade. Okay, so this is very useful for like a secondary confirmation for yourself. So I wouldn't recommend you to follow whatever entry they have here, and be very mindful of the time that they publish as well. So you notice right now is 8:02 p.m. and this signal was published about 7:12. So it's about almost is exactly 50 minutes ago. Okay, so 50 minutes ago, this is their signal, and maybe you may want to take a look at the current chart now. Okay, for the S&P 500, does the signal still stand? Okay, so if you look at the signal over here, you go to the US 500. Okay, so is this signal still applicable? So you need to ask yourself that. And usually how you can use these signals, right, is as a secondary confirmation. So let's say the first thing I do is you want to disregard the signals tab. You want to do your own analysis first. So let's say if you notice that from your own analysis, right, you come up to the conclusion that, okay, maybe S&P 500 right now, the US 500, you are looking to sell. And then you can then look at the signal tab to see if any of these providers, right, for the S&P 500, are there signals in line with you to the sell direction. Okay, so if you are looking to buy, right, and then you notice that both the providers are actually showing sell, then maybe there is the technical patterns is really showing more bearish momentum, maybe more potential to take sell entries as compared to your own analysis of buy. But of course, if your direction that your own analysis or your own TA, you notice that maybe right now is a good time to sell, and you notice that even the signals are saying sell, then it gives you a bit more confirmation on your bias. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Okay, so that's the useful part. Okay, let me see if there's any other questions. Okay, no other questions. Okay, so actually, basically, guys, this is the a very quick walkthrough on the IG trading platform. And after today's session, right, actually this is all there is. It's very straightforward how to create the watch list, how to place trades, how to use all these functions. It is that simple. I think the one thing that you may want to take note is that you still need to try out the trading platform yourself, because just by listening to me, right, and just by watching me here, right, you may still not be as familiar. You may forget what I did, right? How did I manage to create the watch list? How did I add indicators? How I place trades? You may just forget it even tomorrow. So one thing that I encourage you to do is that to sign up for a demo account if you already don't have. So to sign up a demo account, just Google for us IG Singapore demo. Okay, and the first step here is IG open demo account. So this one, you don't need to provide even a lot of details, just your name, your contact number, your email, and you can get a login to come inside and play with virtual funds. Okay, so sign up for a demo account, just play around with the IG trading platform. Of course, if you have any other questions, you can feel free to call in to us, to email me. I think we have one question on what is the number to call, right? You just give me a moment. Let me show you the number to call. Okay, so we have this contact us page now. So if you want, you can actually take a screenshot or the photo for this. So of course, if you are new, you don't have a live account, we have a team over here with the new business team. So just give us a call during office hours. Office hours meaning 9 to 6 lah. Just call us at 63905133 if you are new. Of course, if you are an existing client, if you are already trading, you need to ask more on the trading side of things, just call this other number. We have a trading services team, 63905118. Okay, both are different teams for different segments of clients, so just take note on this. Okay. Okay, if not, let me just share with you lastly on the resources that we have also. Okay, so if you are new to trading, let me just direct you back to my IG. Okay, so once you log into the account, right, you notice that on the top right hand corner, earlier we click on the open platform, right, to go inside the platform to play straight to look at chart. But over here, you notice that we have this academy. If you click on the academy, right, one very useful thing here is the webinar library. So if you go to webinar library, you notice that we have a lot of all these recorded sessions over here. Let's give it some time to load. Okay, so we have a lot of all this content on demand, whereby all these are actually recorded webinars. And we even invited some of the professional traders that trade full-time for a living to share with us their strategy. We record those sessions, we upload them here. Okay, so there's a lot of useful content for you to actually consume on demand. So anytime you are free, anytime you learn more, you can just come here, pick a topic you think that is of interest to you, and just consume the content over here. Okay, so again, this is the webinar library over here under the IG Academy. But of course, if you are very new and you don't understand what all these people are talking about, you can actually go through our online courses over here first. So if you click on online course, we have actually some of the very basic, on trading, on financial markets. We have some short quizzes here and there. So after you go through this, you will get a better idea of trading in a very introductory, in a very beginner level. But once you understand, right, and once you have the demo account to play around, then you may want to look at some of these sessions that we hosted with all the full-time trader, the professional traders, right? So when you listen to their sessions, right, you get a sense of what they are trying to share with you as well. Okay. If not, just let me share my screen back to my slides. Just give me 1 second. Okay, yeah. So what I shared earlier was the webinar library. Okay, so this is the content again. So if you're new, please just take a look at all these free resources we have for you. And just let me go to the next slide. Okay, so we have an Instagram account as well. So if you are keen to follow us to find out, some of the events we are doing, some of the activities, just Instagram us on IG Singapore. But I think one of the more useful one will be our Telegram group. Okay, so we have this growing Telegram group, currently about 1K subscriber. What we do is that every day, right, we post the views of our in-house analysts in bite-size on-the-go updates, this kind of format lah. So if you are traveling to work, you don't want to read a very extensive list of a very whole long article, right? You can just look at what are some of the views that our analysts have. And if you want to join, just scan the QR code. Okay, so it's free of charge as well. And if we have some of these seminars or webinars, we also will post them over here. So if you don't really check your email, right, but you are interested to learn more, just join our Telegram group. We post our events there as well. Okay, and of course, next, this is our account opening promotion right now. If you are new to IG, you're on a demo account, if you want to sign up for a live account, currently have this promotion whereby we are giving up to $150 rebates in terms of your trading costs. Okay, and if you're looking to try a demo, you can scan this QR code. Live is here, but I will just skip through this. What I want is to share this feedback QR code. So I don't mind. My last favor for you will be to scan this QR code and let me know if you think that this kind of platform walkthrough session, is it useful for you? If you think it's too fast, if you think we need longer time to go through more things, just let me know. If you think it's too slow, or if you want if you like us to conduct other kinds of content, just let me know as well. Okay, so no one read this feedback form other than myself. So let me know what you like, what you don't like, so I can know our future upcoming webinars or seminars, right? How can we better improve the kind of content so that you guys can enjoy it better and it can be more useful in your trading journey. Okay, so just leave this here for another minute, and if you have any other questions, right, I will still be here for another minute to take those questions. But I think for now, when I look at the question box, I think, yeah, I've answered all the questions already. Yep, okay, so I don't think there are any other questions. Okay, so I guess we have overrun for about 10 minutes, so I'll be ending the webinar very shortly. I just want to highlight that in January, we will be inviting professional traders for two webinars on MT4. So if you are keen, please just look out for the email or the Telegram group, the invite, sign up for the webinar, join us in January. And MT4 is another trading platform that is totally different from today. So after going through the MT4 webinars, right, from the external traders, right, I'll be conducting an MT4 platform walkthrough also. So if you're new to trading on MT4, then be sure to join that session where I'll walk through with you why are people using MT4, what is the difference between MT4 and the IG trading platform, how can you do some automation or using expert advisors on MT4 and things like that. Okay, so just look out for those upcoming sessions in January. And yet, I guess that's it for today. Okay, so I want to thank everyone for staying with me throughout from 7 to already overrun by 11 minutes to 8:11. And I look forward to seeing you guys in our upcoming sessions. Okay, so lastly, I wish everyone a very early Christmas, and I will see you guys next month back in January. All right, so this is our last webinar for 2023. And thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your evening. All right, goodbye.